Stay at the top, stay at the top, stay at the top.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy, city boy.
All right, you guys, this is really dope. David Goggins, this is titled David Goggins Forces Israel Adesanya Back on the Stair Climber After Falling Off. And I just wanted to go through this. First and foremost, this is on Stylebender or Israel Adesanya's YouTube. So please go over there, subscribe, check out all his content, independently of me. It's Freestyle Bender. Always want to plug the original content creators, and I want to talk about this. So Israel Adesanya, for you guys not familiar, he is a pro UFC athlete, the champion of champions. He was the champ. I believe he just lost his title in I would say the fight was close. He did get taken out at the end, but he is just one of the elite fighters of our era. Like, he's one of the greatest strikers. He is freaking a beast, okay? All respect goes to IZZY, and I wanted to have some conversations here. So IZZY on his channel posted a full video. It's almost an hour long, I believe, of him training with David Goggins. If you're not familiar with David Goggins, he's a super endurance athlete. He is 50 years old. I don't think he's ever done testosterone, never done a performing enhancement drug, anything, nothing. 50 years old, and he is known for being one of the illest. I think he had like a pull-up record. He does these Ironmans, triathlons. Like, he's an absolute savage, super endurance athlete, okay? And in this video, it was demonstrating David Goggins taking Israel Adesanya to a very dark place. And I want to highlight it and talk about my interpretation of it. I'll see some of the comments, and I believe the novice person, the ignorant person, people really looking at this at a surface level, where it'd be easy to title a video like this, David Goggins breaks Israel Adesanya. And you see that in the comments, where like, yo, he broke him, he quit, he this. And that's not what happened here. That is not what happened here. But I want to watch it, and then we'll get into that. I saw that narrative. That's why I'm doing this video on this channel, because I like to go over things that I'm super interested. Y'all know my other channel, Black Pegasus Raps. I do a lot of music reactions. But over here, I like to have commentary and do things I'm interested in, and these type of things really interest me. And he did not break Israel Adesanya. That is not what happened here. Israel Adesanya did not quit. And I'm going to prove that in this video and highlight it. But let's let it play. This is Israel Adesanya, one of the greatest UFC champions, who is still, and he's a pro athlete, training with a super endurance athlete, and that is David Goggins.
Yep. Yeah, nice. At the top.
Let's go.
That's David Goggins.
Motherfuckers thought this was a joke. It was a fucking game. Ain't no game, brother. This is what it's all about right here. Don't come off this motherfucker, is it? The more you hurt, the higher we go. Up one more level.
Nice. Don't come up. Next step. At the top.
It's just a guess of the fight.
Pay attention to David Goggins. He's the light-skinned brother. It's the right side of my screen, but depending on how you're watching it, could be your left.
You're hurting. You are willing to go to another level higher? That's when you break it. So come off it, easy. Resolve. Where your road ends, mine begins. Come on.
Keep going.
Come off it, easy. Don't come off it, easy. Get it back on it.
This is a powerful moment you need to pay attention to right here. This is a powerful moment right here. Pay attention to this. People will give criticism of this moment, and I believe they're looking at it in the wrong way.
Nice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go, Iz. 2, 1, 2.
He's got 90 seconds. Get ready for 90. He's got 90 seconds. He's got 90 seconds. Right there, about 80.
Fuck. I thought we were gonna do like arms or something.
Flush the legs, walk it off a little bit. Little walk, little walk.
That's your machine right there, Izzy. Hey, somebody get a trash can, just in case. A bag.
So this is powerful. You know, I'm just going to dive into it because, you know, I don't think people just come here to watch two dudes work out, right, with no commentary. But what you're seeing and what you just saw, you know, I saw a lot of people saying, oh, IZZY, Adesanya broke, or David Goggins broke IZZY. I saw a lot of, you know, just weird comments here and there and people, you know, insinuating certain things. What I would argue is you saw Israel Adesanya's body give out, but his mind didn't. And I watched the full workout video. So we're going to get into it. Like, he's throwing up, he's doing this, but giving up and quitting is stopping and being like, I'm done, I don't have anything left. If you go watch the original video that's about an hour long, you will see Izzy's body break down. And his mind is so strong, he just keeps getting back. He just throws up and then gets back on, throws up, and we're going to watch some of that here. But I wanted to take a moment to highlight that and what it takes for a man to break through. And David Goggins calls it callousing the mind, putting calluses on the mind. And his goal, I don't know if he talks about it in this clip. That's why I'm talking about it now, because I think it's so prevalent and important to highlight in this video, because it's so easy for people just to, you know, the other thing is IZZY is off season, but IZZY is a pro athlete, okay? So he's off season, so he doesn't have as much endurance as he does when he's getting ready for a fight, but he still is a pro athlete that trains regularly, so he has way more endurance than the norm, right? And you're watching a 50-year-old man take him to this really dark place. So there's so many things to highlight here. One, the potential of man when you dial in and stay laser focused. Right? Now with David Goggins, I don't think he has children, but that's not an excuse. But he literally directs his life around super endurance. You know, he's even made mention to where he's like, I could make more money if I wasn't so focused on training. Like, he trains and he stretches and he spends hours and hours doing these things every day. So he's just at a level that no one is. He's on a true another level. This is why so many people buy his books. Again, Israel coming in, not trained. He is highlighting. So one, we got David Goggins being highlighted as a gangster, right? Because if you don't know a story, you got to go peep it out. He was like 400 pounds overweight, and he wanted to get onto the SEALs team, I believe. And, you know, he couldn't pass the test, and he just went to this dark place to pass the test. He talks about it even in this video, the long form, about why he goes to such a dark place because of his upbringing and things he had to deal with as a child. So we get to see human potential and peak performance from a 50-year-old man who hasn't done any performance enhancers. Now we're watching a younger man who is the champ of the UFC have breakthroughs where, you know, some people might argue that your mind can stop the body from breaking down. But what I would argue in this sense is his body gave out, but his mind didn't. And so this is developing the mind for the future, for your body not to give out as you move through these darker places, because it's a process. Remember that David Goggins has been doing this for 20 years plus, and IZZY. So I'd like to explain this like David Goggins is a black belt in endurance. IZZY is a black belt in striking. IZZY isn't even a black belt in jiu-jitsu yet, right? So there's people who have mastered and are experts at certain things, and you're still working to get to that place. And mastering the mind and endurance, that's the same concept. So when people, start talking kind of wild, like, yo, David Goggins, this, that, and the other to Izzy, I would just argue like, yo, if Israel does a jiu-jitsu match with a black belt that's his size, like, how do you think, you see what I'm saying? Like, people are just ignorant in some of those assessments, and that's my highlight, and that's my take here. But let's watch this till the end. It's just a clip, and you guys kind of see the magic. Like, even though it's just two brothers working out, there is something magnificent happening here. And if I just, maybe this will motivate someone or be value to someone. This is a lot of value for me, especially me being 45 and sometimes doubting certain things. It's like, I should be able to draw inspiration within and go to dark places on my own without music, without David Goggins. But David Goggins is a shining light to also remind you of your potential and where you can get to if you put a lot of focus into it. And hard work.
My man. Fuck. And guess what? I do all this alone. Alone.
So you see what he's saying? He does this alone all the time, every day. He does this alone. I don't know if you guys understand the difference. Like, when you have someone there pushing you, music can even be a dopamine effect. Certain songs are like, you know what, I can do this, He does this alone on purpose to develop his mind.
I ain't got nobody. That's where the shit comes from. I ain't got nobody to push to this level. That's my darkness. That's why I laugh at these motherfuckers. You think they fucking know me? You think you know me? Come into my dungeon. It's a lonely dungeon because you don't want to do this shit alone every day. Train this hard by yourself? Come on, man. Yeah. And this is, you see me breathing heavy? Exactly. So imagine the level I go to. Yeah. Let's get it, Izzy.
Somebody call the police. Somebody call the police.
Now you know. I love bringing them in. Come on in. Let's see how much of a joke this is. 60, Izzy.
Y'all heard that laugh? This dude is a legit madman. And that he's highlighting things like, pay attention. He's like, I'm not breathing hard. And he's training a world-class athlete, one of the #1 UFC fighters on the planet. And look at his breathing. He's just doing his thing. Like, this is incredible, man. This is remarkable. These type of things need to be marked down. If you've ever been in the wrestling room, that's where I've seen people throw up from the workouts. And I haven't personally. I've gotten close as I've gotten older, and I do jiu-jitsu, and I eat at the wrong time. But every time, like when I was young in the wrestling room, because I wrestled in junior high school in my first year of high school, bro, those workouts.
Back to 60.
Again, they're clipping this, I believe, and he throws up and then he just gets back after it. And I think a lot of people would have quit. Izzy didn't quit. He just keeps getting back up and getting after it. And if you go watch the full workout, I respect Izzy so much for this. And that's why I'm actually highlighting it too, because, I think people will get some of this shit twisted.
Oh, fuck.
Back to 60.
Before they did all of this, they did a 5-mile run. And then they just went in there and just went absolutely beast mode. And again, like, he pushed him to his limits, but I think he just got what I would call a stripe on your belt, like when you get stripes on your belt at jiu-jitsu, or a notch in your belt, like going to this dark place in your mind and touching the darkness, embracing it for a little bit, and then coming back, it gives you an edge in competition. It gives you an edge because not many people go there. Many people are willing to go out on their shield or do everything it takes to win. Some people are just naturally talented, gifted. Some people can just push it a little more than the other person. but to legitimately go to that dark place and just touch it and just be like, I'm dancing with this and I'm going to take it there. It gives you an edge in competition. And I think that was highlighted here. And this is just a little baby. Like, this is a 5-minute cut, you guys, because I can't, like, literally that video of them training together, this one right here, full workout, 52 minutes. 52 minutes. So if you guys want to check that out, it's amazing. It's very motivational, inspirational. But I think Goggins' message is really to not need his motivation, not need him as inspiration piece, to be able to dig within yourself and get that dog, go to the dark place on your own and become a beast. That's where the transformation happens. So anyways, that's my take. You guys let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler.
City boy, city boy.